Hey guys, it's the Jace Man of Jace Love Strength back with you again for another World's Strongest Man 2022 video. These things just keep on coming, right? In this one, what we're going to do is we're going to predict all 10 finishing spots in the World's Strongest Man. Not our winner, not a podium, not even a top 5. We're going to name 1st through 10th and tell you exactly where everybody's going to land. And by exactly, what I mean is 10 random numbers I seem to have pulled out of thin air with the explanation that felt right to me, and you'll tell me whether you think I've got it right, wrong, or really, really, really wrong, and exactly why. But I will also tell you at the end a little something about what has me super, super excited about these picks. Okay, so with no further ado, let me go ahead and show you what we're looking at here. We have a 10-man final of Brian Shaw, Martins, Alexei Novikov, Tom Stoltman. That's right. I just named 4 previous World's Strongest Man winners. You can't get a much more stacked field than that. Then Tom's older brother Luke, who's looking really, really good. Maxime Boudreau, last year's 3rd strongest man on the planet. Trey Mitchell, Canada's strongest man, Gabriel Rion. Ethor Melstead, who has made his 2nd final in a row when he wasn't expected to make either one. And then he's not officially named Canada's strongest man because that title sits with Gabriel Rion. But Mitchell Hooper is quite possibly the man that everyone is talking about this week. He comes from out of nowhere and has looked really, really amazing. So, when you look at it, basically what you arrive at is this right here. Again, there's your 10 men in the final. Boudreau, Hooper, Melstead, Lises, Mitchell, Novikov, Rayom, Shaw, Stoltman, and Stoltman. Everyone's tied right now with 0 points. But when all of the points are tallied on Sunday afternoon, what does it look like? Well, in my suspicion, it's going to look a lot like this. Martins Lises is going to be your 2022 World's Strongest Man. The defending World's Strongest Man, Tom Stoltman, will fail to get it done by a smidge, and he's going to have silver. He'll be the 2nd place finisher. Alexei Novikov, a wonderful story all week long, certainly has a shot, but we have him finishing 3rd. Again, Mitchell Hooper, the man of the hour that everyone keeps talking about. We have him missing the podium on his first trip to the World's Strongest Man, but that's no shame, especially when we say that the guy's going to finish in 4th place overall. 4th place, not too bad for your first time there, especially when a couple short weeks ago seemed like the whole world didn't know who you were. When this week's over, everyone's going to know who he is. Then we have a 5th place finisher, right? You got to have a 5th place. And who would be 5th? Who is 5th? Well, 5th is Brian Shaw. And I know what some of you are thinking right now. The craziest Brian fans among us are upset with me right now that I don't have Brian Shaw winning it all. They're dumbfounded and astounded that he's not in 2nd. And they're sending me death threats because I don't have Brian Shaw on my podium. To those people who want to kill me, let me go ahead and save myself, hopefully just a little bit. Hopefully they show me some mercy and say that before the qualifier started, I did have Brian Shaw on my podium. Didn't have him winning, but I did have Brian Shaw at 3rd. But my eyes have been opened. I have been paying attention. I didn't stick my head in the sand. I watched what happened in the last few days, and Brian Shaw fell back for me. Now he's got some really, really strong events in the finals, so that's why I don't have him plummeting to the basement here. And I have Brian Shaw sitting in 5th place, which to me is more than fair, and it's still a really good finish. Then I have Luke Stoltman sitting in 6th. Max Boudreau, who was the 3rd place finisher last year, taking 7th this year. An 8th place finish for Trey Mitchell. A 9th place finish for Gabriel Rayon, Canada's strongest man. And then Ethor Melstead rounding out the top 10. Okay, I told you there was also something that has me super excited about this year. And here it is, guys. Yes, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I have no idea where they're going to come. No, this may not be right. No, I might have all 10 right. I might have one or two right. I don't know. Again, I want you to comment and tell me what you think, why I'm right, why I'm wrong, or why I'm terribly wrong. But here, this is exactly, guys, exactly, exactly why I am super excited. If I look at the 10 names on my list, I can start down here at Trey Mitchell at number 8, and I can highlight all the way up to number 10. And I believe that you could honestly say that any of these guys that I have in the top 8 places here could finish anywhere between first and eighth place. So I don't know that you can make necessarily the most compelling argument that they all could win. I'd listen to them. I'd certainly listen to you. I think an argument can be made that they could. Again, any of these guys can finish first to eighth. Um, maybe again not the most compelling for first, an argument to be made, but here's what I think you can certainly say: podium for sure. There's nothing that you can tell me that will convince me that any of these 8 guys do not have a fair, realistic chance of making the podium this year. And I cannot remember the last time that I saw a 10-man final where you could realistically tell me that 80% of the freaking field had a chance to make the podium. That's how stacked this is, but that's also how tight this competition is. It hasn't been like that in a long, long time. It has me super excited, and I cannot wait to see what happens. You've got my thoughts. You see exactly where I rank them, but how do you rank them? Let me know.